I guess I should cue this up. There we go, the presentation. And so much of what we are training on bleeds together, okay? Because the purpose of learning about the product is to have that posture and that confidence to go out and present it, okay? But when you present it, let's talk about what we've done already before we actually go out and present. We've already become a Legal Shield associate. How many of you are Legal Shield associates? Right? We've invested whatever that front, whether you got in at 249 or 149 or when it was 79 or whatever promotion there was at the time, you're a Legal Shield associate. You've become licensed, if applicable, in your state. I live in the state of Florida. My wife and I live in Gainesville, Florida, and so we're a licensed state. So we have to be licensed to market any legal plan in the state of Florida. You've gone through training and become certified. You've prospected. You've scheduled an appointment. You've purchased and prepared materials, and now you're there. See, this is everything we had to do just to get to the point to where we could actually do a presentation. Now the question is, bless you, what are we going to do now? Well, first, let's talk about what the objective is. And before we say what it is, let's talk about what it is not. And some of this, I know Lorna talked about in her first presentation. It's not, one objective is not to tell the business owner that they're going to fail if they don't have our solution. Okay, that's not a great way to tee up your presentation, because if you, listen, Mr. Business Owner, I'm here with something that if you don't purchase it, you might as well just go ahead and close up your business, because you're not going to be around long. Now, that may be true, but that's not a great way to tee up your presentation. Okay, that's going to just separate you from the business owner. You don't want to wear them down with every detail of the membership, just like Nick was saying, he's not going to read the plan contract with them. Here's the contract for the Business Owner Legal Solution Plan. This is not a part of my presentation. Now, I do have it every time I present, okay? Because if I do end up with a business owner that asks a very specific, particular question, I'll have this, I'll say, well, John, let's say the business owner's name is John. John, when you get your membership packet a couple of weeks from now, it's going to have a plan contract, because while you're not signing a contract for the membership, it's month to month, we have a contract with you. And this is what we're going to do for you. This tells you what we're going to provide for you. It also tells you what is not included in your membership, what is excluded. And so, but we don't want to go through in the presentation and try to go through every detail of the plan contract. That's not going to work well either. Don't try to be the slick salesperson. That's not the goal either. In fact, I find that people that do really well in the small business arena are not necessarily the slick salesperson, but it's that person that really cares about that business owner. So I think one of the reasons Dave Savula has done so well all these years, he has the heart of a coach. Dave Savula didn't come into Legal Shield or prepaid legal at the time 20 years ago with slick salesman written on his forehead. He came in with the heart of a coach, and he's been doing that for 2 decades. And is it any surprise he's the #1 income earner? Okay, so when you're working with these business owners, we're trying to help them solve a problem. And then, just like Melissa said, we do not need to oversell this product. In fact, in the times when I have oversold it, and I've had times when I've done that, when I get excited about talking about it, and I start overselling and making it sound like the miracle drug and, you know, the magic bullet, and it does everything for everybody, they won't buy it, because it sounds too good to be true, and therefore it probably is. So what is the objective? It's to help the business owner solve a problem, fill a need, and provide a solution that can protect and grow their business. That is the objective when we meet with that business owner. So, when you bought this, what were you wanting? A hole, right? You don't want the drill. You want the hole that it can drill in the piece of wood or whatever. You want what it can do. In fact, I have one of these, and mine, something has gone wrong with the charger or the battery, and so it's not working properly. So what good is it to me? It's of no use. It could be a doorstop. I can give it to my 9.5-year-old. He could find something to do with it because it kind of looks like a gun. So, you know, he could find something to do with it. He can play with it in the backyard. But it's useless for what it was purchased for in and of itself, because we didn't buy a drill, we bought a hole. What did we buy? Clean clothes, right? The old washboard, you know, the pioneer days, down by the river, beating on the clothes with a stick. You know, we bought clean clothes. We didn't buy a machine to put in the laundry room that looks good. We bought clean clothes. What did we buy? Cool air, comfort, or, well, that's an air conditioner, but heat, cool air, we bought comfort. I grew up in Florida. I remember when we did not have air conditioning. I remember the jalousie windows. I remember laying on the terrazzo floor with the box fan at the end of the hallway in the middle of summer because that was the most comfortable place in the house, because terrazzo is pretty cool, even in a 95-degree night in Florida. And the box fan going. So when we got air conditioning, I knew we had arrived and we were wealthy, okay? We're rich, man. We've got air conditioning. This is great. And that was right after we got some red shag carpeting. So how many of you ever had a vacuum cleaner that had a rake on the front of it? We had a vacuum cleaner, so when you pulled the vacuum back, it pulled the shag up so that it would stand up the way it was supposed to. I don't know what that has to do with the Business Owner Legal Solution Plan, but I just thought I'd share that with you.